I said, I'm having knee replacement surgery, and it was going to be 20th of December. So when I came to the December meeting, I wanted to get this done by the 15th. So I kind of changed my concept, and until Dan sent out that link on painting, well, not after the club, I was on the link, and and of course, for those who haven't done it, Lori had these little tools to make the little holes in the breasts and stuff, and then painting and everything. And of course, her Northern Flicker Decoy, has a little leather strap in here that has got a slit on it, and you can hang it that way. Well, I didn't really want to do that, so I and another thing is, I didn't like the little feet coming out there. Don't ask me why, I just didn't want them, So anyway, I thought, I like using these little metal poles. And I thought, well, I'll just make it like a shorebird and stick a rod up his stomach. And I had this whole piece of driftwood, and I bet you I've had it for 15 years. I thought, well, that doesn't really blend not so bad with the carving, so I thought, anyway, I had to get it done because I thought I was gonna be on the cutting board, but so it turns out I wasn't. So anyway, it's still simple working decoy, but I just kind of changed it around and probably ruined the program for it, but everybody else will probably do it if you're working on it. You might be just following her examples, but I didn't have little tubes to do all the pounding and all that stuff, but the rest of it's really similar to what she had in there, except it's white cedar. I paint in oils. She paints in acrylics, obviously, and that's what it is. And so quite a few guys, I think we had like 12 to 15 sign up. So I hope you're working on them.
Did you wash it to give it a little antiqueness?
No, and that was another thing. See, I have never done any of that rub oil on stuff, and so I wouldn't know where I'm going there anyway. So I just painted it with oil paints and kept it flat, and that was it.
Does it self-right when you float it in a tank?
It's a flicker. Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen one swim, to tell you the truth. Oh, but you know what? This is kind of funny because, was it the first weekend? No, it was last week in December. I look out my backyard, and we got quite a few different feeders and suet feeders and blah, blah, blah. And dang, if there wasn't a flicker in the backyard, and I've only seen one other flicker in the backyard in the wintertime, and I found him in March laying in the snow, and he was a nice looking big bird, and I think he just got too old to move around anymore, so I don't know if they migrate a little bit further south.
But they do show up in all these Christmas breakouts.
Yeah, so
I saw one of them myself.
So I thought, where were you when I was painting? But anyway.
Laying in the backyard. Seems like a long time ago I started doing this with these canvasbacks. I have a friend that I hunted at his place out in North Dakota, and he was always talking about canvasbacks. So I had a couple pieces of cork, 2 below heads, acrylic paints, and these are just designed for hunting. Put a keel on them and throw them in. So, I'm guilty of goofing off for a long time before I got around to doing this. Now I'll show you some other stuff I'm guilty of. So I can get back in the camera. Okay. Shorebirds. I enjoy doing these. You weren't here during our last year, but we did a ruddy turnstone. If you've ever been in Florida, you've probably seen them all over in the winter. But they're very attractive kind of a bird. And we worked on that. That was a project we did together. And these are all shorebirds you can certainly see in Minnesota. And this one is a dowitcher, it's called. Long bill, looks like a, when they bend over, they hardly have to bend their legs just to get down. And this is mounted on a piece of manzanita wood, which out west is where you find this stuff. It's really interesting. It won't be on the camera probably, but just with my drill press, just drill a perfect hole down and away you go. This is a little lesser yellow legs, and I was telling a couple guys that there's a lot of ways you can mount these things. If you've ever cut out a decoy, where you go around the breast net, you always end up with triangular shapes that have no use for anything. Well, there's that triangular shape. It looks like a footprint. But I just ground in, made it look like rocks, had it on an angle like this, painted it, and you can take like paint and do the Jackson Pollock thing and put spots on it, makes them look like rocks. But if nothing else, it uses up that piece of wood there. And then this is called a stilt sandpiper. And they go through Minnesota also. And this is mounted on a Melmar shelving you buy. I have a piece of wood over there. It's white on both sides. What I've done with that, I found out that if you chip off the Melmar, the white coating, it's a particle board underneath. And you can carve this any way you want. I just did an elliptical shape, rounded it off, you know, in about 10 minutes with it, just round it off, drilled a hole. You can put it on it. You can also paint these kind of like I did there, just to give it whatever you want. You can also go in and you can carve it, you know, with that Fordham tool, do that. And I think I got. I know you guys all have shorebirds laying around your shops, so you need ways to mount them. Particle board. This is actually it got me on the idea of using that Melmar. This is that's what it looks like before I did anything with it. And this basically is like sand, and this is a miniature avocet. And you can, I don't know if you can see it, but all the splotching on it, it looks like sand when you can just paint it, throw paint at it. When you're done, it kind of looks like sand, so that's kind of the idea. So it's all kinds of ways to mount these things. It's just your imagination, you know, whatever you want to do. That basically is it.
We gotta have you do it.
So what did you do?
Yeah.